I'm going to try to avoid the biggest garden mistake I've made in the past and see if it really makes a difference in my results. There's a common mistake that many gardeners make, and it's one that can really hinder your success. This mistake can be the difference between a thriving garden and one that's struggling to survive. And the worst part is, it's often a mistake that's made unintentionally. But today, I want to talk about why avoiding this mistake is crucial for better results. One of the biggest mistakes gardeners make is overwatering their plants. This can be especially true for those of us who are new to gardening. We think that by giving our plants more water, we're helping them grow stronger and healthier. But the reality is, overwatering can be devastating for your plants. When the soil is too moist, it can cause the roots to rot, leading to disease and pest problems. And if you're not careful, you can end up killing your plants altogether. I've lost count of how many plants I've killed because I thought I was doing the right thing. Overwatering can also lead to shallow root growth. When the soil is always moist, the roots don't need to grow deeper to find water. This means that your plants become reliant on you for water, rather than developing a strong root system that can sustain them during dry periods. And let's not forget about the waterlogged soil. This can cause oxygen to be depleted, making it difficult for your plants to breathe. Another problem with overwatering is that it can lead to nutrient deficiencies. When the soil is too wet, the roots can't absorb the nutrients they need. This can cause your plants to become weak and spindly, even if you're fertilizing them regularly. And if you're growing vegetables, overwatering can lead to a lower yield. You end up with plants that are all leaf and no fruit. But why do we make this mistake? I think it's because we're often told that plants need a lot of water to grow. And while that's true to some extent, it's not always the case. We also need to consider the type of soil we're using, the climate we're in, and the type of plants we're growing. And often, we're not given enough information to make informed decisions about how to care for our plants. So, why is it so hard to avoid overwatering? I think it's because we're often driven by emotions rather than logic. We feel sorry for our plants when they're wilting, so we give them more water. But often, wilting is a sign of stress, rather than a lack of water. And sometimes our plants just need a break from water. But what's the solution? For me, it's been about developing a deeper understanding of my plants' needs. I've learned to check the soil regularly, rather than just relying on a schedule. I've also learned to observe my plants more closely, looking for signs of stress or disease. And I've learned to be more patient, rather than reacting impulsively when things don't seem to be going well. By avoiding overwatering, I've seen a huge improvement in my garden. My plants are stronger, healthier, and more resilient. And I've been able to grow some amazing vegetables, including delicious tomatoes and crispy carrots. It's been a game changer for me, and I'm excited to see how it will impact your garden as well. To summarize, avoiding overwatering is crucial for a thriving garden. It's a mistake that can be devastating for your plants, but it's also one that's easy to avoid. By developing a deeper understanding of your plant's needs, observing them more closely, and being more patient, you can create a garden that's full of life and abundance. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's the biggest mistake you've made in your garden, and how did you overcome it? And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe for more gardening tips and tricks. I'll see you in the next video.